No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up? What's up? What's up? welcome, my viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to another live show. I hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you guys were able to make it through the day. Why I tell you, my viewers and subscribers, West Indies never cease to amaze us, eh? West Indies at its best, man. Welcome to another live show, guys. Just go ahead and let me know if you are hearing me clearly. Yeah, man, just go ahead in the comment section and let me know if you are able to hear me clearly so we can get down to business. All right. We see a couple of persons on so far, but I am not sure if you guys are hearing me as yet. So just go ahead and give me a quick update in the comment section whether or not you are hearing me so I can get straight down to the meat of the matter. So first ODI game, as you can imagine, we're going to be talking about that first ODI between West Indies and Bangladesh. Things didn't work out how we would have wanted it, West Indies fans, it didn't work out in our favor. We ended up on the losing team, on the losing side, my viewers and subscribers. Just putting together a total of 149 on the board. The bowlers were not able to defend that, and Bangladesh, they were able to deal with it. I see a couple of persons typing night sports to the bone, very disappointing batting. Good night to you all. All right, good night, guys. Let me know if you are able to hear me. And quite a few persons are not aware that we're live. We didn't really advertise it much. So as you come on, probably just share the live, guys. Just give it a share or like it up. Give the live a like so the thing can so YouTube can send it out so persons can realize that we're actually live. So 149 within 41 overs. That is all we're able to put together as a team. All right. 77 say loud and clear. All right. Sounds good, bro. Yeah. So 149. That is all we're able to put together in the 41 overs. And I must say, it's really disappointing. We know that Bangladesh, they would be coming with a lot of spin. And we went in and, it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice at all. As you can tell, Sunday, most persons were off from work. So I am assuming that most persons that are well involved in West Indies cricket, wanting to see them win, were watching the game. So it probably were, it was difficult to watch. See Sachin saying here the match was depressing to watch. It was very, very difficult to watch. Very, very difficult to watch, Sachin. Lennox, brace yourself for the stats I'm going to share with you in the next comment. All right, go ahead. Let us hear what you're saying. I wonder if it has to do with Bangladesh winning Hurdy and Bishop with a stats today, and it was very alarming. Anyways, very disappointing, but at the end of the day, that is how the game is, and we have to work with it. Sachin says, when we batted, we had 150 that ball. That is 25 overs out of 41. Yeah, I think it was Samuel Badger, one of them that I heard making mention of that. Can I imagine you're playing 41 overs and 25 overs out of it is that ball? More than half. I don't know where them get them sort of foolishness from. You understand? The guys, it's as if they are allergic to rotating the strike. When we were maybe about 20 something, 25 or something like that, we had about 5 fours. We had about 5 fours when we were in the 20s, and it's not that I'm saying we don't want to see fours, but it seems as if it's not 4 or 6, it's nothing. 4, 6 are that ball. 4, 6 are that ball. And if you're playing 50 over cricket, well, we're only 41 this time. If you're playing that longer format of cricket, it's not going to work. You can't go out there and try and bash every ball for 4 or 6. That don't make any sense. Jack said fellas need to learn to rotate the strike. True. Javid said poor batting. West Indies stop playing games on flat batting paradise pitches. So I think Hetmai and Lewis need to get their act together so they can return to the side. We are going to keep calling for them. It could be a case of them not wanting to return. Javid said Evan Lewis and Hetty don't know how to rotate strike. West Indies players can't do that. They refuse. They probably refuse to do so. We did not play the cricket we have been seeing in the last month or so. Yeah, we have players that theoretically, based on how they play cricket, you would expect them to do well as it relates to rotating strike. But once they go out there, it's as if everything changed. It's as if everything changed. Boy, I tell you, I don't know, guys. I don't know at all. But hear what I'm going to say, guys. As I said, as you come on, just go ahead and like up the live. A lot of persons aren't aware that we are live, and this is not going to be a long one tonight. All right, we're just going to see if we can we can pack everything inside an hour. 1 hour 60 minutes. We're going to try and see if we can pack everything within 60 minutes. Have a short and spicy discussion, and then we go. All right. Based on what West Indies did just now, we can't really spend too long talking about them. That will send up our pressure. Supernova says, Sports to the Bone, you might need to send out a notification that you are live. You can only find it if you click on the page. I'm not sure. Usually I sent it out in about I think I sent it out maybe about 10 to 15 minutes before I started the live stream. So you find that probably it wasn't up as yet, but definitely usually when I have the plans from early to go live, I try to send it out, but yeah, man. Probably maybe that is why a lot of persons aren't on as yet. All right. Javid says, but what type of pitch was that though? Not making excuse for West Indies, but that pitch was who won the toss, won the game. But you have to be mindful though, Javid, that it has been raining in Guyana for the last couple of weeks. I hear, based on what I hear them saying in commentary, it was raining a whole lot in Guyana, and if the pitch is covered, it simply means that it's not going to get a lot of sun. So whoever is batting first is always going to find it difficult. But the way in which some of the guys got out, it's not like the ball did much, like the ball kept low or deceived them or anything. You understand? It was mistakes that got some of the guys out. They should step up the game and show why we support them. Go say, how was Brooks today? Brooks played, but he found it difficult just as anybody else. He had 33 from 66. One could say that he was batting slow, but it's a reason why the other batsmen were not able to get going. So I would say that he was being careful, he was being tentative. You understand? And that is probably why he ended up getting 33 from 66. Another argument could say that he got in, so he should have been able to basically kick on. But it's a reason why the other guys probably found it difficult. So he probably just decided that, all right, he's going to try and stick it out. And it just so happened that he wasn't able to make up for it. The batting was disappointing, but Bangladesh did bowl well. Yeah, Bangladesh, they didn't bowl too bad at all, especially Islam. The dot ball rotation for West Indies continues to plague us for 15 plus years. When will we learn? I don't know, but based on what I see Sachin just typed, we had about 25 overs of deliveries that we didn't score off. All right. Jack says Brooks wasn't too impressive at all. All right. Supernova said the pitch didn't help our case at all, but come on, man, you can't play 20 overs and bat out 14 overs. Exactly. Score at least half of those that balls in singles. That's 43 more runs. That's what I'm saying. These guys, they bat as if when they're batting, is as if they are saying, all right, it's either 4 or 6 or that ball, 4 or 6 or that ball. But they can't play the game like that. Rotate the strike, man. Rotate the strike. Even when we lose a couple of early wickets, I see people come and swinging for the fences, swinging for the hills. And we still had quite a few overs to go. I don't know what is wrong with these guys. Uchiha say if Brooks hadn't made that 33, would have gotten bowled out. Whoever won the toss basically won the game. Yeah, to play more pitches like that in domestic games. And all right, so Javid is saying that we need to play on more pitches like that in domestic games and penalized by franchise team that Super 50 when they all right. The pitch had bounce and turn, so we struggle to pick up. I think we need to switch King and Mayor's position, or even put Mayor's at 6. I think it's the second time I hear Supernova saying that he would probably go with King to open. I don't know. I don't know at all. I don't even want to fight Kyle Mears or make it sound as if I'm knocking him because he's in some sort of form from the test come over to the T20 and we're looking for him to continue in the ODI. But in all honesty, when it comes down to 50 over cricket, it's totally different from T20 cricket. I always want to have two genuine opener in my 50 over. So I can understand what you are saying. I always want to have my genuine openers there. I wouldn't mind if we lost and had good strike rotation, but we had none, says Javid. How is Brandon King so talented and so inconsistent at the same time? It looked like we say this about so many of our players. Basically all our players. Inconsistency is what gets us. We produce some of the best cricketers coming from under 19, coming straight into the West Indies team. They have all the shots, they have the technique, but it's as if some of the times the decision making it is so poor, so they don't go on to score a lot of runs. Ken Roy says, I wish the rain did fall today and not in the first T20. We would have win that first T20 match. Supernova say, yeah, Mares is not an ODI opener. I concur. When it comes on to T20 cricket, you can do some makeshifting. You understand? Just like when I was watching India, England today, and I said they had Richard Pant opening in the T20 cricket. They can do makeshifting, but ODI cricket, man, you need genuine good. Well, not saying that he's not good, but you need genuine openers to go out there and settle down and get you off to a good start. Javid says Brooks is a good opener, but Mares into the middle. Brooks is a good opener. Put Mares into the middle order, says Javid. Yeah, we have seen Brooks opening before. The pitches that we struggled on are the pitches we should play on more, especially in the regional games. Yep, to try and improve ourselves. Sachin says Brooks and Hope, they were a good opening pair. Anderson Phillip really impressed me in the end though. Yeah, Anderson Phillip and Jaden Seals is the reason why we actually got up into the 140s. And to the CPL men's squad, how do you see the table ending up? All right. Just give me a second. Shea Hope will make a 50 or 100 next game, says Jack. All right. Supernova says it's going to be Trinidad, Barbados, St. Kitts, Guyana, Jamaica, St. Lucia for CPL 2022. All right. Predictions coming in early based on the squads. Uchiago says if Hope and Brooks fall, West Indies fail. Or if they fail, West Indies fail. All right. West Indies makes 275 to 300 max and really good batting pitches. So any pitch that helps bowlers just a little West Indies struggle. Today showed it. Yeah. So we're saying on pitches that are good for batting, they barely make 275, 300. So definitely once they go on a pitch that helps the bowler, they are going to struggle. Javid say we can only hope they improve. Why from my watching West Indies cricket till now, I've been hoping for them to improve. Uchia says Tala was not doing anything from when. Yeah, and I am not too happy with the squad, with the Tala squad. All right, if I should go off the top of my head based on the squad, they say on paper, name on paper is not necessarily how the result will end. But if I should go off the top of my head, I would probably say, all right, I would maybe go with probably Trinidad looks strong. Trinidad looks strong, right? I would maybe go Barbados looks strong also, but I'm a big fan of Bravo and I believe in his leadership ability. So I'm probably gonna go Trinidad, maybe St. Kitts, Barbados, Jamaica. No. Jamaica squad. I'm trying to remember the squads. As much as I want Jamaica to win, I'm not too sure if we're gonna go so close. All right, so I'm probably gonna go Trinidad, based on the squad, guys. Trinidad, St. Kitts and Nevis. Gonna go Barbados. Then we're gonna go Guyana, Guyana. Then we're gonna go Jamaica and maybe St. Lucia. Not knocking St. Lucia now. How everybody put in St. Lucia in the last position. I believe they went. I believe they won't be this bad again. But question is, it can win 2 in a row versus this Bangladesh side. High Super League ODI team. I doubt it. I'm not too sure if we can win 2 games in a row to secure the series. If we win the second game, then more than likely Bangladesh going to fix what needs to be fixed and come for the final game to basically try and seal it. Sachin says, I think Barbados winning this year, CPL, because with the form Miller is in and with Quinton de Kock on top. I didn't even remember that he's there, and top all whole hold on, the holder has to do. I have bowlers do well. Batting will chase down any amount of runs. Yeah, I didn't even remember that Quinton is there. Javid says St. Lucia winning that CPL and Guyana coming last. But didn't St. Lucia go to the finals last year with Faf du Plessis captaining them? How comes we writing them off this year? Did you see Sri Lanka today? No, I didn't see them. I was just watching the West Indies, and I was also watching Guyana, India versus England. Guyana winning the CPLs. What you say, sports to the bone. I'm not too sure if Guyana going to win. I'm not too sure. If we're gonna go off how the squads look, off paper, I think Trinidad is looking pretty. And as you guys know by now, I'm a big fan of doing Bravo. So, I'm always going to back him at Jamaica. I am backing Jamaica to do well also, but I'm not too happy about how our squad is looking. Kaden says, good night, bless up, what's up? What's up, Kaden? Sachin says, Guyana have a chance. I'm not writing them off. Well, says Sachin, Guyana might take it home. All right. It's hard to believe that's the same England and Sri Lanka that we played in test at home. All right. St. Lucia went to back-to-back finals. Yeah, so I don't know how comes we're writing them off. Supernova said they lost Fletcher, Timo, and Obed. Oh. Yeah. Carnival. I think Carnival went over to Barbados, if I'm not mistaken. Supernova said too many departure for my liking. Yeah, I didn't even remember that so many of them left. And they I think they drafted a couple of youngsters also. Guyana winning. That stop with Jamaica and St. Lucia. They gone lose, says Gustav. All right. I hear you. Brooks at 3 is at issue. I sure Weston is looking at. Why is Brooks at 3 at issue? Why is Brooks at 3 at issue though? Give us some more information about that. Sachin says this year we put in them last because they lost Carnival, Fletcher, and Obed. Okay, so quite a few guys leaving. All right. Chris 87 said Guyana winning CPL this year. All right. Supernova said Guyana home crowd for the final, so they could be dangerous if they get into the final. Yeah, if they get into the final. But I wonder what would happen if rain wash out the final. we need the final of the CPL, man. They can't work with that. The only thing I'm confident with for Guyana is that we have the best spin lineup: Tahir, Shamsi, and Moti. It's not bad. It's not bad, Sachin. But I'm wondering if Shamsi is going to turn up. I think Shamsi did that last year. I want him to turn up. I definitely want him to turn up. And as we know, Imran Tahir in his 40s, but he's still doing his thing. Goody Kishmoti is going to be a handful also. Uchiago says, how Shea Hope reached Guyana. Remember they traded they picked him up in the draft. They picked him up in the draft. Sports of the Bone, I know you support Jamaica, but you know have to go with Sports of the Bone, I know you support Jamaica, but you have to go with Guyana. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I know my team isn't very strong. Let me tell you, the first CPL, not the first CPL. I'm trying to remember how I started to support Guyana Amazon Warriors. I think it was because Krishmar Santoki, Jamaica did not pick Krishmar Santoki when, in my opinion, he should have been the first name on the paper. At that time, he was performing well. And Trinidad and Tobago did not use Dinish Ramdin. And as you guys know, Ramdin is one of my favorite players. So that is how I ended up starting to support Guyana Amazon Warriors in CPL alongside Jamaica, because we had Santoki there and we had Dinish Ramdin there at one point in time. So that is how I ended up supporting those guys. But those two players are no longer there. You understand? So I am not I am not really backing them that much. Supernova said, did you check out the women's squads? Also, Sportsbone, it's where they had a draft but no overseas players. Seems to me like the players aren't going to commit in the early. I saw it on Facebook, but I didn't really go in depth with it. But I thought they were saying they were going to try and get some overseas players. But I didn't really read into it much, in all honesty. Supernova. Sachin says, if Shamsi don't turn up, we have Shadab Khan and Speed Dial. All right, boss, I hear you. Jacob say, good night, Sports of the Bone. Guyana cricket ground and pitch didn't don't good for international match. I wouldn't necessarily say that. It's just that the rain, man. We had a lot of rain. The pitch wasn't good for batting today for the team that batted first. But we have to remember that we had a lot of rain. Excuse me. I know we all wanted to see good cricket, but we had a lot of rain based on what I'm hearing leading up to the game. So if the pitch is covered for days, you know, it's definitely not going to give you what you want. Good night. Okay, just read that one. As you can see, guys, I am just going to be reading comments and most of tonight live, because, as I said, we're not going too late tonight. All right. Supernova says, any theories on why Carlos Brathwaite wasn't picked by any team? I feel he purposefully didn't submit his name. I'm not too sure because, you know, we see where other teams, other franchise teams, they are still going after him. He played in the Vitality Blast, the Lanka Premier League. I think he was one of the highest person that was actually selected. You understand? So yeah. So I don't know if he personally did not do our persons decide not to go with him, but he's still being sought after in other leagues. Supernova says Santoki not being picked these last few CPLs has been horrible. Yeah, I mean, he's still playing cricket. He's still playing local cricket there in Jamaica. Not sure if he's still at that level to be playing in the CPL. But you know, when he was performing extremely well and Jamaica didn't grab him up quickly, you know, I was really mad about that. Supernova says he's an underrated player. Yeah, man, the guy was good. Sportsbone, give me Small Island. Supposed to give me my Small Island team. St. Lucia. All right, what you say, Jacob? St. Lucia going to be taking it. Remember we said that St. Lucia, they went to the final. Well, see, Supernova reminding me that they went to back-to-back finals, but they lost quite a few of their players, so I'm not too sure how well they're going to do. Ghost is saying, Ucha, is Sammy going to be playing this year? No, Sammy will be captain in the Sammy will be coaching the St. Lucia team this year. And Sports of the Bone, West Indies still in there. T20 form, going off every ball and struggling to rotate strike. That's what I was saying, bro. Is either 6-4 or out. 6-4 out or that ball. And it can't work like that. Yeah, Sammy is going to be coaching. Sachin says it's weird this year there is no Ramdin, Simmons, Walton, Gale, Brathwaite, Emirates. Yeah, it's really strange. It's really strange. I can't believe that I'm going to be watching CPL and not seeing the great Shatta Ramdin in there. Yeah, man. Walton and Gale, Brathwaite, Emmerich, Red Emmerich, as we know, those guys are always there. All right. First 20 over, 15 of them is dot balls. Yeah, Sammy said, yeah, Sammy will be coaching. Yes, it's a lot of names, lot of players that are usually in the CPL. You understand? Big name players also. Those are the guys that couple of the guys that usually let people come and watch the game. I tell you, in Jamaica, when CPL is playing, once Gale is there, whether he was playing for Jamaica or St. Kitts and Nevis, once Gale is there, that is how you get Sabina Park to really load up. Yeah, man. Uh All right. Chris says Brooks batting to survive at 3, batting way too slow and refuse to rotate strike. He making sure he don't get dropped. But I don't know if we can look at that. But what about the other players though? Why we always go for the player that actually scored? Remember though, maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Is a reason why the other players were not able to get, majority of them were not able to get even over 15 or 20, Is a reason. You understand? And it's not like he has been doing that throughout the other games. We have seen him batting and anchoring the innings and things like that. The fact that he got 33 from, I think, of 60 something deliveries today, we can look at it and say that it's selfish. But what about the other guys? Why did they not settle down and bat? It's a reason. It's a reason why the others soaked up a lot of that ball. So, I don't know still. I don't know. Javit, I say West Indies winning the rest of the games. Yeah, I had predicted that we're going to win both series, both T20 and ODI. So I'm still hoping that they're going to be able to win. It was expected Bangladesh would have won one game. It was a given. Yeah, but can we win the two games back to back? Maybe those players are only playing the 60 village cricket, probably. You guys saw Chris Gale doing his advertisement halfway through the game today about 60 cricket. Hetmeyer has to turn up in CPL. Yeah, we want him to score runs, but seems as if whether or not he scores runs, probably if whether he scores runs or not, he probably not going to see him in West Indies colours. I don't know, yeah, man. Cricket 20 says West Indies need Darren Bravo, Shemran Hetmeyer, Sheffrin Rutherford, Jason Holder, Joshua De Silva, Rakim Carnwall, Tej Narayan Shandapal, Obed McCoy, O'Shane Thomas, Odin Smith, who agree. In all caps, Cricket 2020 always come with some comments that, really turn in a lot of heads. Because you ask who agree. So let me tell you who I don't agree with right off the bat. Not to knock your argument. Darren Bravo, definitely I do not agree with that. Rutherford, I want to see him get a chance, yes. Right? Joshua De Silva, if you're talking about 50 over, maybe eventually. Cornwall not there. Not sure if Tej is there as yet for the ODI. O'Shane definitely not there. Odin Smith, not too sure. He probably needs to develop a couple more variations. Supernova says also sports about who winning the 100 meter and the 200 meter for the world champs. I see Elaine taking the 100 and Sherika taking the 200. Watch out for that American girl, Abby. Ah. Maybe I would, yeah. Sherika has speed endurance stepping down from the 400, so it might be a little bit difficult to beat her. She's probably going to run pretty close to the world record. Not saying she's going to break it. Elaine is going to be difficult to beat, but I'm going to go with Shelly. As much as I know Elaine is probably the favorite, I'm going to go with Shelly for the 100 and maybe Sherika for the 200 based on her form. It's not confirmed, but I think Hetty will be in charge of Guyana this year with Kimo as his deputy. It would be good. It would be a good step to finally see Hetmeyer captaining, with Puran leaving. Definitely. It's just that we know Kimo Paul likes the idea of captaining. He has the experience and, he's highly thought of based on what I'm hearing in Guyana as a leader. But I definitely want to see Hetmeyer captaining his country. Yeah. Quite a few comments. Well, they did well in the third T20 rotating strike. All right, the women track and field is much more interesting. Excuse me, than men since 2016. Yeah, the females are doing extremely well. We don't really have the males dominating these days. What match do you think Hetty and Evan Lewis will come back in the team? I'm not sure if we're gonna be seeing Evan Lewis again. Hetmeyer probably will see him in the India series, maybe. Cricket 2020 Ravi Paul as well is missing. What is he missing from? They better come back for India. Yeah, I have a suspicion. I suspect that Hetmeyer might be coming back for India. I'm not too sure how it's gonna go for Evan Lewis based on the posting and all of that I'm seeing on social media. Brooks scored versus Netherlands and Pakistan, so I don't buy the get drop argument from Chris. Yeah, I don't agree with it at all. And as I said, it's a reason why the other players were not able to score today. Brooks is good, yeah. Cricket 20 said Brooks is good for a test, not for a white ball. All right, boss. Sports to the bone. Tell Lewis and Hetmeyer that they can't come in the team, so to play again India, they need to do their fitness. Yeah, maybe by then they will do and pass their fitness test. Yeah. Supernova, I don't know what cricket T20 is talking about. It's as if he's not watching the cricket. It's a reason why Brooks was dropped from Test cricket and he made himself. He basically batted himself into the ODI team. So I'm not sure if he's not keeping up with the cricket. I'm not too sure. Brooks doing this all the time sports to the bone, even on flat pitches. All right, I hear you, boss. I hear you. Brooks have to open or be out of the level. All right, I hear you. Ucha says, hey, no one should be criticizing. Brooks criticized the players who did absolutely nothing. Christian O'Shane Thomas, yeah, Cricket 2020 always, yeah, I'm not too sure who that person is, but I always come with some weird comments. Known to Darren Bravo and Hetmeyer, says Jacobs. Based on the innings I saw from Archibald in the first class games, how was he not picked up? Colin Archibald, he didn't do too badly at all. He didn't do too badly. I'm not too sure. Supernova says Shakara Richardson is a massive disappointment for Almouth. She needs to tone it down a bit and get consistent. You see, that is it when it comes on to sport. It's always best if you just stay silent and let the work do the talking for you. She's very inconsistent. I think she had a 10-7 something early, and then she had some 10-9s, I think, and it's just all over the place. She needs to concentrate. And right now, probably as we speak, she might be on social media posting. It's just, I don't know. Uchia says, I never want to see Darren Bravo put foot near West Indies cricket. Imagine Chris Gayle, Karen Pollard, Andre Russell, Dwayne Bravo, Sunil Narayan in the team in CPL. Yeah. But Fraser said this is sport. Fazir said this in Sportsmax. Most West Indies cricketer aren't fearless because when they do and they go for a low score, we call for them to be dropped. So most of them are defensive. Yeah, probably. Are we going to talk about the debut of Moti? Of course, 9 overs, 18 runs, 9 overs, 18 runs, 2 runs per over and a wicket, while all the other bowlers went for over 5. Plus, he had a maiden. He had a maiden in the mix also. Yeah, man, he did extremely well. And I personally must say sorry to Gudikish Moti because I was saying, I don't want to have 2 left arm spinner in the team at the same time, especially going up against Bangladesh. But he definitely did well. Yeah, man, he did well. Yeah. Sports to the bone, Hussein 9th T20, Hussein 9th T20 international bowler based on rankings. Yeah, Hussein not doing too bad at all. Also, sports to the bone, we need to address the elephant in the room with United. Ronaldo wants to leave, and I don't think keeping him will benefit anyone. You see, if he wants to leave, maybe that is why we don't see a lot of persons jumping up and making noise, even though we know how great he is and probably is going to guarantee us 18, 19 goals per season. We know that if we are going to buy into the Eric Ten Hag project, then he probably it's best for him to leave. He's not traveling with the team that is doing preseason. Similarly to how Paul Pogba would have left for Juventus, and you don't hear much complaints. We all know that. Well, let me not say we all. I am personally. I remember Supernova when I posted that Pogba can go, and you were like, "No, he's my favorite player. Let him stay." And you see, I know how good he can be, but right now I am looking I am looking for players that actually want to be at the club. You know, we don't really want the players that are going to be virus to the dressing room. That's excuse me, not saying that Pogba is a virus to the dressing room, but it's a reason why, even though he's a quality player, he has left and people don't really complain. Excuse me, just give me a second, guys, please. Yeah, so it's a reason why Pogba left for Juventus, and you don't hear much complaining, even though we know he was the best box to box midfielder we had. So it's the same thing with Ronaldo. We're gonna be losing some goals, but people probably looking at the bigger picture. We need a center forward though if we're going to lose him. Yeah. All right. All right. Supernova say if Hetty, Lewis, Russell, Allen don't play in the India or New Zealand, I will be very concerned where our cricket will be heading. The players just not hungry anymore to represent the region because they are making big bucks all over the place. So people are not really passionate again. You understand? And what's going on with O'Shane Thomas is quite quick. Well, I'm not too sure how quick he is these days. His pace has definitely dropped because of his fitness. But CPL is what we're going to be using to take a look at him to see where he's at, because I'm not sure what's happening with him now. All right. Sachin says Hetmaya will most likely return versus India, but it's the other three I'm worried about. All right. And then off track. Sports to the bone. So you believe that Bangladesh captain need to be disciplined for being aggressive to the umpire? In all honesty, Jacobs, I actually looked away from the screen. There are two things that happened today that I didn't actually see. So if somebody can explain it to me, it would be good. I actually stepped away from in front of the laptop that I was watching it on, so I wasn't sure what he did. I think it was the delayed dismissal when they appealed for an LBW and a delayed dismissal, but I actually looked away, so I didn't see what he did. And the next thing, I think it was the Bangladesh coach or one of the coaching personnel, a decision was given, and it would appear as if he was saying something or funny enough to the umpire. And I heard Ian Bishop addressing it somewhat, but I wasn't looking at the screen at the time, so I'm not too sure. But more than likely, the match referee, I'm not too sure if Richard Richardson is the match referee. More than likely, he would have had a word with them or so. Cricket 2020 say West Indies need more regional, like twice for the year, not once, like 2 Super 50 tournament, 2 Caribbean. Yeah, we need more cricket. We definitely need more cricket in the region. The transfer window is hot. Yeah. I tell you, I just sit down and watching other teams signing players. I think we have signed one player so far. We have signed a left back. Don't remember his name. A young guy. We have signed a left back. We are still negotiating over Frankie De Jong. Not sure if we're going to move on and try and get another player. Excuse me. All right. It just doesn't sit right with me, including players who are refusing to play in the T20 internationals, but want to push their way into the World Cup squad and then disappear again. Sounds like bullet tactics. You guys know where I stand on this already. If we cannot get them to play international, the T20 internationals, I don't want to see them when my World Cup come around. I know some persons are gonna say. But remember, sports to the bone. It's a big thing, you know. It's a big league. It's the World Cup. But no, if you can't help me get there, if you can't help me rise in the rankings to get there, when the time comes, I don't want you anywhere near my team. Sheldon in the house, blessing Sheldon. Sheldon coming in when we're almost through. Jane says, sports to the bone. If Hetmeyer or Lewis in Puran will be under a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure to do what? I don't understand. If Hetmeyer or Lewis in Puran will be under a lot of pressure. Not too sure. It's hotspot no longer available in international cricket because that LBW decision versus Brooks was a weird one. I'm not too sure if they have it in at all the grounds, Sachin, but they still use it. I see it in international games, other international games. Jacob saying my 11 for the second game would be Hope, Mears, Brooks, King, Puran, Powell, Shepherd, Smith, Hussein, Moti, Seals. All right, so who you dropping? You drop Phillips, who Philip, Anderson Phillips, who coming in for him? Odin Smith. Oh, I hear you. Supernova say, imagine we don't see O'Shane again until CPL and he looks like Jess Ryder from New Zealand. Well, you know, easy enough. To me, it looked like the strategy of batting out 41 overs today was 21 overs of that balls, then attempt to play the rest like T20. Maybe that is probably the only explanation. He should be fined for arguing with the umpire. That's what I'm saying. More than likely, the match referee will have something to say about it. As Sachin says, so Brooks was given out on an LBW decision and an ultra edge. There were many outside noises, and when the ball was next to the bat, Brooks hit the ground and it shows up an ultra edge. Oh, and the decision. Also, so he got out. So he got out based on, as I said, guys, I was in and out. I was watching the game, but I didn't see a couple of the dismissals. So he got some of the grounds don't have the hotspot stuff. Okay. Who you think will win CPL this year and why? We addressed that already, Cricket 2020. I had indicated that based on paper, based on squad, I would probably say Trinidad would win. Based on their squad, not necessarily, they probably not, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to win. I won't get Frankie Sports to the bone. He's staying with us. So he's a Barcelona man. Yeah. Frankie de Jong would be an ideal signing for us right now. But, Barcelona, they are pushing to keep him. And he wants to stay. You understand? I can understand a player not wanting to go to Manchester United, who is fighting to finish in top 4, can't guarantee him Champions League. If he's going to come to Man U, this year would be the ideal year because Barcelona is out of money. Plus, Eric Ten Hag is there pushing to get him. So if we don't get him, then it simply means that we cannot attract big players again. Hold on, guys. Let me plug in the laptop. Simply means we cannot attract big players again. You understand? So that is something that it's definitely a project. It's a project that's gonna take quite some time to buy into. All right. Supernova say, look how many English players like Lamptey, Tammy Abraham, and Eddie Nketiah suddenly want to switch nation to after they qualify for World Cup. Yeah, same thing Russell doing right now. Yeah, same thing. Quite a few of them handing in their passports, saying they want to requesting passports, say they want to play for them simply because they want to go to the World Cup. And a couple of them, when they were younger, they thought England we're going to call them up. So it's a way for them to try and get into the big leagues. Jaden says to bat he got to be under pressure. All right, I hear you. Supernova Sachin says Supernova said the same thing. We had to imagine he returns versus India and looks and he lost weight and gained muscle. You see, then that would show that they are actually serious about it. I'm not even sure CWI have hotspot on any ground. That's what I'm saying. It's it's usually some of the international games that we see it, like when England, New Zealand, and those teams playing overseas. We don't generally see it in our thing. St. Lucia all the way says Jacobs. So many dot balls West Indies deserve to lose. What would happen when India and New Zealand comes to the Caribbean? Yeah. And Barbados have a very good squad. They can win too. Yeah, Barbados not too bad. I think we only have Sneaker and DRS for international games. Yeah, probably. What country you're from, Sports to the Bone? That's why I know Cricket 2020 is new to the thing, man. I am from Jamaica. I am from Jamaica. Jamaica land we love. Gustav said, Man, you have not made a lot of signings for sure. Boys are ready for the next year Champions League. We winning that. Well, say you guys gonna be winning the Champions League. You sure you're gonna have the squad depth to win that Champions League though? I'm not saying that. Xavi hasn't done a good job, and the squad isn't. And this you might be. What about the midfield? Well, it's aging, man. It's aging. That's why they are pushing to keep Frankie De Jong. So you're telling me West Indies is so broke they could not even afford to put to put West Indies on form of those shirts. It looks bad without a sponsor. It looks plain blank. Any bold prediction for the next match? Yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna step up. We're gonna step up. We're probably going to bat first again, make 250 something, and defend it. Yeah, I think we're probably gonna win the next game. She hope to score some runs. Supernova, I say West Indies will win on Wednesday. Yeah, I think we're gonna do a little better. Chris says Hetty will be available against India, but I don't know how. I don't know about the muscle going weight loss. She will top score with 80s in the 80s, says Supernova. All right. And we could skittle Bangladesh out for under 200. Yeah, I think we're gonna win, man. 250 going to win the next game. 253 or something like that. Ken Roy Smith says West Indies went wrong by not taking ones and twos. Too much big shots and at this level they must learn to adjust. Exactly, Kenra, exactly. I mean, out of the 41 overs that we had today, we had about 21 overs in that ball. It was three things, either 4, 6, that are out. Are four things, 4, 6 out or that ball. That's all they did. They're not rotating any strike. All right, Cricket 20, blessings. Pretty says poor game today, bro. Yeah, it was definitely a poor outing. Batsmen did not do much at all. Jaden said Pura needs to get a century in ODI. Pura needs to calm down and bat. That's what he needs to do. Trinidad Knight Riders are strong on paper, but the game is played on the field. Yeah, Terry. That is why we're making predictions based on the squad. Based on squads, but we're saying that anything can happen on the field, right? We were asked to make predictions based on the squad, so the prediction would be based on the names that are on paper, but as we know, things could work out totally different when they go out on the field. Sachin says West Indies need to get out of the mindset that 6 or 4 over is better than running 6 single or 4 singles. Exactly. Runs is runs. They need to stop the foolishness. Roblox Gamer Boy says, true West captain need to make ODI scores. But he's not bowling bad. Yeah, he's probably in the team as a bowler these days. Gustav said, on the football as a Barcelona fan, I think Manu will be back in the Champions Leagues next season, especially with the new coach. The thing is, excuse me. The thing is though, the new coach, Eric Ten Hag. I like the ideas. I like the pressing game and thing like that. But there are a couple of players that he will need to weed out if this is going to work. We have some players with some lazy mindset. The good thing is, I think this coach won't be afraid to drop these players. A couple of guys that used to put in lackluster performance and still gets game every week. I'm not too sure if that's going to happen under this coach. The thing is, to play his style of football, you're going to need a big squad. It's going to ask a lot of the players. Similarly to how you see Pep and Klopp. Those guys, it's about fast-paced football, pressing, and things like that. It's the same sort of intensity that this Eric Ten Hag used. And if you don't have a good squad to rotate players, it's going to take a toll on the players. West Indies lost only 2 series so far. Says, all right, is West Indies forget being a private entity and collab with Caribbean governments? West Indies board as an entity is worth less than Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. No real sponsorship. Yeah, as we said, not a lot of persons want to be associated with something that is not winning. Roblox said Pooran should bowl Mayors today. I mean, if we had an over from him, I wouldn't complain, but I'm not going to complain either, seeing that he didn't use him. The pitch wasn't really offering much to seamers. We know that he's capable when it comes on to swinging the ball and things like that, but I am not too upset that he didn't really bowl today. What happened to Sheldon Cottrell? If you want Sheldon Cottrell, I think he was one of them that said he was injured or unavailable when they were picking the white ball squad. If you want to catch up with him, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he's going to be in the Lanka Premier League, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty Chroma says we have to win the toss next time and start from there. Bangladesh won from day one the toss. Yeah, the fact that the pitch was like that, it means that they had the advantage there. All right. Sachin says Pooran in T20 is a batsman versus Pooran in ODI is a half spinner. Yeah, he has scored a lot of international runs in T20. I think against India he had 3 half centuries, got some runs I think against Netherlands, and then in Bangladesh against Bangladesh he did his thing, but he's not doing much again. And at one point I'm not too sure what his average is now, but I'm almost certain when he took over the captaincy from Pollard in the ODI format, he was averaging it maybe in the mid-40s, if I'm not mistaken. Christy, Liverpool supporter all the way every day. Yeah, Liverpool. it's real sad how you guys would have lost Sadio Mane. I mean, Luis Diaz is definitely a good replacement, but I'm going to miss seeing Sadio Mane in the league. And I tell people, I am a diehard Manchester United fan, but there are some players that are just good for the Premier League, and Mane is one of them. There are 2 players that left the Premier League in recent years that I was extremely upset. Eden Hazard of Chelsea and Philippe Coutinho of Liverpool. Those are 2 players that left the Premier League, and I was genuinely upset. I am not even as upset with Pogba leaving Manchester United as I am upset with those 2 guys leaving the Premier League. I mean, Coutinho is back now, but not the same Coutinho that was there before. Pretty says, Sports of the Bone, why Jamaica Tallow team looks so weak? Team on paper. Yeah, we were discussing it. I definitely do not like our squad. We have a couple of guys that they expect to do well, but when you match up with the players that we see from the other teams, not looking too good at all. I'm not too sure why we're not able to attract some of the big names. I know it's a bit early, but what do you think about the T20 World Cup, Sports to the Board? If you're talking about who's going to win it, I would have to look at the squads, because the last World Cup I would not have selected Australia to win, and they won it. I think England is looking good, but if you're talking about, I would have to look at all the squads. But if you're talking about West Indies, we're not looking good at all. It's not me fighting against my own team. It's just the truth. I am still yet to see 6 or 5 batsmen that I can depend on and say these are the 5 batsmen that are going to go out there. We can know that these are the starting 5 batsmen, and this is the one all round, and then these are the bowlers. I don't know. The team is all over the place. We don't know who's going to be available. We don't know who is going to be unfit. We don't know if going into the World Cup, we're going to hear that the 2 people are the three people that we expect to score the most runs can't go because they are unfit. We don't know. We don't know if they're going to call back a couple of the guys from retirement. I don't know, Star. West Indies need Raston Chase in T20 side for a rotation of strike. Raston Chase would have to try and find back the form that got him into the squad going into the World Cup. You know, as I said, theoretically, Raston Chase and Shamar Brooks, that is what the selectors would have selected them to do based on how they bat. But you know, going out there and doing it is a totally different thing. Chris says poor and bowling with more sense than he bats in ODIs. Imagine that. Yeah, they do rotate strike, but Chase is the best man for the job. All right. The only thing that made me smile in that match is Pooran's reaction when he took that catch to give Moti his first wicket, international wicket. Yeah, it was definitely pumped up. Why Obed McCoy wasn't in the first 11? Pooran batting is declining. Obed McCoy, I'm not too sure if Obed is in the ODI squad. Somebody remind me. Obed is not in the ODI squad. Amir Jagu is good player, should be selected. You see, I'm not too sure. I know that I think he's going to be playing for Trinidad in the CPL this year. I'm obviously he's doing well in Trinidad and Tobago, but I'm not too sure if he is good enough to be in the team right now. I don't know much about him, so I can't really say that because I don't really know much about him. West Indies got an early wicket, but after the early wicket of Linton Das, they could have applied more pressure in the power play. Yeah. Sachin says the only critique I have of Pooran captaincy is every time a batsman hits a 4 or 6, he changes the field. He does not stick to one specific plan. So I say he's trying to plug the gap where the ball is going. Sportsabone, I swear you said the Cock and Miller was coming to Jamaica. Tala was no, not at all. I would be happy. Not at all, bro. Where is he? I think it's. Where's the Cock again? I think is it Barbados or but not Jamaica. We're not getting any quality cricketers at all. Maybe I said it Kenroy, but if I said it fair and it was probably a mistake. But not Jamaica at all. Nigel say for real Jamaica Talawas team for the CPL is weak. Yeah. Maybe I said they were coming to Jamaica Talawas, but it was a mistake. India looking strong, Pakistan looking strong, and England for the T20 World Cup. Yep. You remember how we're saying that India were actually looking strong. I see how I think they only won one game in the World Cup the other day. It's obvious Russell Narayan, Lewis, etc. don't want to play for West Indies. It would appear so. We need Hetty Power and Evan Lewis experience in the team. Do they want to play though? Do they want to play? That is the question. You know, we know these guys are good, but I don't know. I don't know, Star. Pooran's average before he took over captaincy was 43.6. Pooran's average is now 35.1. All right. I know it was in the 40s. I thought it was 45. So 43 to 0.6 to 35.1. That's not good at all. I mean, if he's going to be a bowling all-rounder, that's probably okay. But if he's still going to be batting in the top order, he needs to make runs and stop the foolishness. Sports about what's your T20 World Cup squad? As I said, I like to give it a little bit more time to see where the players are at. You know, I am still not clear on 5 or 6 batsmen that I can rely on, and then the bowlers. But definitely where the bowlers are concerned, I know that Obed McCoy, Hussein, Moti, and those guys are going to be in the squad. Don't know the starting 11. We're probably going to want to wait a little closer, but probably I know Obed is going to be there where the bowlers are concerned. Obed is going to be there. Akil Hussein, Moti. We're going to have Romario Shepherd. We're going to have I don't know if Cottrell is still going to be playing for West Indies. Probably Seals is going to be there. Alzari Joseph, Jason Hola. Those are some of the guys that are going to be there where the bowling is concerned. I still don't see anybody that can really bat. That might sound that way, but you know, it's like I can call some bowlers that the batsmen need to stop the foolishness and start scoring runs. And we need Evan Lewis, Hetty, experience in the team currently says Williams. All right. When we Supernova said when we played Sri Lanka in 2021, his average was 49. All right, you see, and look, it's way down in the 30s. If the batsmen continuing to score in ODI, what do you? If the batsmen continue to not score, okay, in the ODI, what do you think about trying Blackwood or Campbell? The thing is, Campbell, I think Campbell was never given a good chance, in a fair chance in the ODI. I think they should have focused on him in the ODI more than they did in the test. Blackwood, I am not too sure why he's not given an opportunity in ODI or T20. He's going to be playing in the CPL this year, so let us take a look and see how he will perform. But just looking at the way in which they bat, it would be fair to say John Campbell and Blackwood probably could do a job for us. But let us see how especially Blackwood is going to perform in ODI cricket in the CPL And as Desmond Haynes says, usually if you are performing extremely well in the test team, you will get a chance in the ODI cricket. So we don't see where John Campbell is really dominating as yet to get a chance. But as I said, he got his first couple of games, he didn't do too badly, and then they stopped using him. All right, I think West Indies is going to win T20 mentally, going in with T20 mentality. Okay, with one day they need to apply themselves better, occupation of crease and playing right shots. Exactly, you are correct, Roger. Supernova, yeah, his batting has been on the decline. I'm not sure whether it's captaincy or he truly struggles against spin. Don't know. Shea Hope going to the World Cup. Shea Hope going to the World Cup. Let us see how he's going to perform for Guyana in the CPL, and then we will see, because they're always going to think of somebody a traditional anchor player. So let us see how he will perform. Pooran is a weak captain. Nigel says Pooran is a weak captain. He has no thinking cap. He need to concentrate. We need J. Ross. So you're writing off Pooran as a captain already. All right, you're saying we need J. Ross, but does J. Ross want to play for West Indies? That is the question. We can look at quite a few players that we say we need them, and based on what they do in franchise cricket, they would be good for us. But do they want to play for us? The openers are failing. Don't blame Pooran. Not openers. The opener. Not openers, because Shea Hope is more often than not is scoring. It's just we trying Mayers now as a makeshift opener. It didn't work today, but I think you guys are mixing up Shea Hope ODI career with his test career though. Also, Sports Board, not to get onto a touchy subject, but if higher levels of testosterone can have a bigger impact for a female in longer distance, then why is Simena allowed to run the 5K, but Bobo can run the 800? I am happy that you brought it up, Supernova. Not too much of a touchy topic for me not to talk about. That is what they were saying. Based on the testosterone level, if you go above certain distance race, it's going to be it's probably going to be too you're going to probably benefit too much, going to be in your advantage based on the level of the testosterone. But as I said, I am not too sure. I am not too sure what IOC, what they are doing, the International Olympic Committee. I'm not too sure where they are going with this, because as I said, if it's natural, leave the athlete and let them run. You understand? That is my thing, right? If it is natural, leave them and let them run. And according to them, in the 800, it's almost like a sprint, right? The 800 is almost like a sprint. So you're using up a lot of the muscles, right? So remember 800 is 2 laps around the field. So according to them, I don't know if they are saying your anaerobic system will probably benefit more if there is more testosterone. I'm gonna probably have to do some more reading on it, but I am not too sure. But as I said, I am not for it. If an athlete, if it's natural, if you can prove that it is natural, if her testosterone level is natural, I say let her run. Farshay hope to make West Indies T20 side. He have to score in the CPL this year. Yep. The CPL will be fire. Am I right? Sports to the board. I hope so. I hope so. Quite a few big names won't be there, but I am hoping so. You know, we have a couple of international guys coming over, a couple of top international players. I am definitely hoping so. Sports to the board, what about adding a next spinner for the next ODI instead of a fast bowler? Maybe add Walsh Jr. I'm not too sure if we can alter the squad if there is not a reason like injury or anything like that. But I'm not too. I mean, Walsh, he has definitely surprised us in the last couple of T20 games, but I'm not too big on Walsh at all. I'm being honest. All right, so I'm just gonna see if we can read the last couple of comments, guys. We're looking to wrap up. I had promised you guys that we're going to pack everything inside an hour today, but we're going to see if we can go 5 more minutes. All right. Yeah, have some pre-planned stuff that I need to take care of. So we basically cutting. We're basically not going too long this evening. So we're going to see if we can wrap up the rest of the comments in another 5 minutes or so. All right. Remember the like button is there, guys. The like button is there. The super chat is also there. If you want to go ahead and bless up the super chat, you know, you can go ahead and do so. So 2 things, you can hit the like button before you go, and you can also bless up the super chat if you want. All right. Jaden says Puran is our best T20 batsman right now. He's in form where T20 cricket is concerned. Every time a captain not making runs, everyone blame the captaincy. Bad shot selection. West Indies don't play like professionals, says Terry. All right. Supernova says Puran barely get the captaincy yet, and the negative from Pollard pass onto Puran already. Yeah, it's too soon to judge him, man. It's too soon to judge him. You understand? He's definitely playing off his guts, and I like that. You know, so we're going to give him more chance to do his thing. John Campbell really need to be given a fair chance in T20 and ODI, says Nigel. Was John Campbell picked up by any CPL team though? I doubt it. Yeah, I am not going to jump on the bandwagon to drop Puran to pressure Puran. That comment was also a mistake. Which comment is that now, Sashi? Give the man some time. Yeah. All right, right now, the best T20 batsman for West Indies right now is Puran and Ravman Pole. Yeah, those are the 2 players that are in form as we speak. They need to give John Campbell a run in the 50 over game. I'm not too sure if they're going to just go ahead and insert him in the team. As I said, I think when he got his chance, you know, he did well, and then they didn't select him again. So in order for him to get back in, probably he's going to have to do well in Test cricket, and then, you know, Desmond Haynes will do similarly to what he did with Banner and Roach and bring him over to the ODI team, or if he performs well in List A cricket. But, you know, yeah. Sachin says, hopefully it doesn't happen. But what if Campbell is found guilty? I didn't even remember on the dope test and gets banned. Who will be a second test opener, King or Tej Narayan Shandapal? I didn't even remember, Sachin. Yeah, I didn't even remember that he's supposed to face a disciplinary hearing. If we're talking about Test cricket, I'm going to give Tej a chance. I'm going to give Tej Narayan Shandapal a chance. I want to see Brandon King in the Test team, but I definitely want to see Tej Narayan get a chance also. West Indies need to bat deep in 50 overs game. We talk about a good amount of things. Today's Sports to the Bone is on top. Yeah, we were able to cover a couple of things, some cricket, some football, some track and field, and all of that. Yeah, man, we were able to touch quite a few topics. I don't know if anybody following the World Cup qualifiers. Jamaica, the reggae girls, they are going to be playing Haiti. I think if we beat Haiti, then we're going to qualify for the World Cup. We lost against the United States 5-0. If we had won that game, then we would have qualified for the World Cup finals. But I think if we beat Haiti, I'm not sure if we're going to be playing Haiti tonight or tomorrow, but we are going to be able to, we are going to qualify. Roger says Mayers, King, Brooks, Pooran, Powell, Moti, Walsh, Hussein, McCoy, Shepard, Joseph, Smith, Holder, Phillips. All right, I think that is his ideal team. All right, right as we're about to finish, I have to block somebody that comes with their foolishness. Nigel says he is too hype and bossy, meaning poor, and he needs to tone it down and concentrate on his batting. I'm not too sure if he's hype and bossy. I think he's actually one of the most he's actually, I don't want to say the most humblest cricketer we have in the team, but I like his personality. I like his personality in comparison to some of the other guys. When he gets a wicket or when his team gets a wicket, he celebrates well. But if you listen to this young man when he's doing his interviews and so, you know, he's not, he doesn't sound cocky or anything like that. He doesn't sound hype. In my opinion, I'm not saying you are wrong, but in my opinion, he's really calm. He's really calm. You know, he seems to be a calm person. You know, so definitely want his batting to improve though. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and highlight a couple of the other comments as we look to close off, guys. All right, excellent content coverage, sports to the bone. Where's Jason Holder? Jason Holder is resting. Jason Holder is resting. As we're talking about resting, I see a couple of the former Indian players are criticizing some of the guys that were not selected in the squad to play against West Indies. As we know, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Pant, and a couple of the other guys will not be playing against West Indies. And, you know, a couple of the past Indian players are saying these guys did not bat for too long in the test game against England, so they don't need resting. But we're gonna be hopping out of here now, guys. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday. You know, too bad we are not able to go for much further tonight. But hopefully for the next game we'll be able to have a good chat. But we're going to leave it right here for now. For all the persons that were in the comment section, you know, keeping the thing going as usual. I am indeed grateful for you guys. You know, continuous support and all of that. You know, I actually posted a video talking about the game before we started the live. So if you didn't get a chance to watch that, I mean, we have covered majority of what was said, but you can go ahead and watch it and run up the views. All right, that is supporting the channel just the same. So just stay safe, guys. Wednesday we go again, and we'll definitely have a little bit of chat. All right. Sachin say, Supernova says 78 watching as you're about to head out. Yeah, a couple of persons coming on, but as I had indicated before we started, we're going to be going cutting it short this evening, but we're definitely going to be coming back on soon. All right, guys, just continue to support the channel. Remember, we are on our way to 10K. The aim is to try and reach 10K subscribers for the starting of CPL. CPL starts the 31st of August, and I think we're like 9,000, maybe 250 something. So 9,250 something. We're trying to get up there. So just tell a friend to tell a friend about the channel. Zin, bless guys, and we will definitely touch base tomorrow. I'll be uploading another video. All right, stay safe, everybody.